And here to tell us a little more about what we can do to improve water quality is water ecosystem specialist Dietrich Borchardt. Dr. Borchardt, thank you so much for joining us here in studio. Now, looking at that report, we see that the scientists are taking a different approach. Instead of building bigger, better sewage treatment plants, they're looking at limiting what they're putting in the water, the toxic substances. What do you think of that approach?
I think that approach is necessary and is innovative. It is necessary because we had to learn that these substances pass a sewage treatment plant. They cannot be removed completely. And there are also other sources. For example, some of these substances are also used in agriculture. And they are released to the environment without passing a wastewater treatment plant via soils and groundwater. And therefore, we need that approaches.
What kind of approaches? How do you avoid putting toxins in the system?
Avoiding the contamination with the substance means different things. It's the amount, it's the application, so the amount of substances that are applicated, and then it's the tracking of these substances in the environment with monitoring systems.
Like, for example, what northern German scientists are doing at the moment. They're looking at creating cancer drugs and that are going to be biodegradable, that aren't going to load our water systems up with chemicals so much. Do you see in the future any other chemicals or any other drugs that might go in this direction as well?
Yes, this approach has to be applied for substances which are used in large amounts. These are, for example, pesticides, these are hormones, these are other pharmaceutical substances which are especially effective in the aquatic environments, and for those substance groups, these approaches are necessary. Now,
something that I found interesting was the build-up of trace substances in the water, like, for example, hormones, and namely estrogen from the pill that women take. And we've seen an increase in the feminization of fish stocks. What is that then doing to humans if it's doing this to fish?
We have to understand these reactions of an ecosystem with the fish stocks as an early warning signal. Because when an ecosystem reacts in an adverse way, then there's an effect in the environment. And the effect is before it comes back to us humans, because at the moment we can consider our drinking water, especially in Germany, as safe, but we cannot be sure on the long run.
But essentially it builds up all the time. I mean, if we can't ever fully eliminate hormones from the water, isn't that really, in the long term, something that might be very dangerous for us?
It's dangerous in these parts of the environment where these substances accumulate. Therefore, we have to link approaches like this with a meaningful environmental monitoring to understand where do we find the substance, do they accumulate or not, or are they degraded in the environment, and we are safe and safe below threshold levels that we have to consider as environmental quality standards, and we have to advance them in the same way.
Dietrich Borchardt, thank you so much for joining us at Tomorrow Today.